Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode here on African Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it comes from a translation of a message that we received. The message reads like this: My family has become the source of my pain. My family has become the source of my embarrassment, of my humiliation, of my hatred. I have always believed that family is supposed to be your safe place, a sanctuary from everything outside. But as for now, the word family, it does not mean anything. It has taken a very dark demonic meaning. It is all about betrayal in our family, secrets, and you just cannot understand what type of a family are we. We are not even a dysfunctional family, because the things that happen, you do not even expect them to happen to normal people. I sometimes wonder if it would have been better for me to not to know, to go on believing in the illusion of people I thought that I knew. But the truth has a way of revealing itself, no matter how ugly. And once you get to know about the truth, there is no more turning back. I was close to my mother and my brother growing up. They were always my support system, the people that I could truly rely on. My brother and I, we shared everything. We shared stories and advice, even our fears and our hopes for the future. I had never seen a reason to question my family's dynamics. In fact, I felt so lucky. I think that I was blind, because looking back, I realized that there were signs, small things that I could see, and some assumptions that I used to make, but I never connected everything. My mother and my brother were always unusually close, sharing little inside jokes, having these intense conversations that felt so exclusive. Sometimes I felt like a third wheel in my own family, but I thought that it was normal. She always did more for him, defended him fiercely, and spent more time with him. I never thought anything of it. He was the youngest, a baby. I thought that she was protecting him, that I was just reading too much into things. But as we grew older, their closeness only seemed to be intense. I would catch them drinking together, sitting so close, sharing whispers that would stop as soon as I entered the room. When I would walk in, the atmosphere would shift as if I had interrupted something. I even questioned them when they would drink and start dancing together. But even then, I never even imagined that it was something more than unusual close bond. Why would I? Because they were mother and son after all. One day, I came home early, hoping to surprise them. I remember feeling strange, excited to spend some time with them. But that was when I got the shock of my life. As I reached the top of the stairs, I heard voices coming from my mother's room, and there were muffled noises of people that were making love. I stopped confused, because I did not want to catch my mom with a man in bed, even though I had never seen my mom with a man around ever since we had lost our dad. It did not sound like any other man, but this voice, I quickly recognized the voice that was talking to him, for this was my own brother. It sounded like my brother, and I thought that I was overreacting. So I walked quickly. I hesitated outside her door, and then that was when I told myself to walk away, to respect her privacy. But then I said, let me see what is going on. I opened the door. That was when I saw that my mom and my brother, they were into each other's arms. They were busy making love. They froze when they saw me. They were totally naked. They looked at me as if I was the intruder. My brother quickly pulled away. It was too late. The image that I had seen, I said, What is this? I finally managed to say, but I was in shock. My mother looked at me And she said, please, you do not understand, for this is complicated. I said, complicated how, Mom? How is this complicated? He is your son, my brother. She looked at me and she said, you have to understand that things are complicated. Sometimes things happen. Ever since I lost my husband, your father, I have never been able to fall in love. That was when things happened. She said as she was looking away and started crying. And then I walked out of my mom. After I had walked out of my mom, they did not follow me downstairs. That is what really hurts me. I tried running away, ignoring their calls. I stayed at my friend's place and they kept on calling me. My mom even threatened to commit suicide. That was when I returned back home, because she said, well, I am going to put poison in the food that I'm going to cook for your brother. Tonight he's going to die, but a peaceful one, for I'm going to make him to drink some sleeping tablets, so we will both die in our sleep. Hope that you are going to be happy now that you would have lost your mother and your brother on the same day. I then returned back home. When I returned back home, my mom then told me that there was nothing that I can do as such, because she is already pregnant for my brother. I said, pregnant for whom? She then got up. She went upstairs. When she returned back, that was when she threw a preg test onto my lap, and she said, he is the one who is going to be the father of the child that I am carrying in. You don't even know how hard I prayed for that child to have a miscarriage, and God answered my prayer. But now these people, they are continuing with whatever that they do, and to me, they do not do it in secret. If we have any relatives that will be visiting my mom, since she is the breadwinner in the family, my mom pretends as if she is a very prayerful woman who does not even want to move on. Even when one of her sisters tell her that she needs to move on, she pretends as if everything is okay with her, yet she is sleeping with her own son. I don't know if I am supposed to tell the rest of her relatives that this is what has been going on in our home, such a weird situation. How do I handle such a weird situation? If you post my story, please, I beg you, tell me so that I can follow through in the comment section. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to us by one of our brother and was translated by our dear sister. So our dear brother is saying, should I tell anyone else, like my mom's relatives or my father's relatives, about this situation, or should I remain quiet? What if these two people impregnate each other again and the child is born? What is going to happen? Strange things indeed they do happen in this world.